So, you've probably heard about this new tool called Chat GPT, taking the world by storm and putting everyone out of their jobs. Today I'm going to show you how you can set up and use Chat GPT so that you can use this tool to make yourself more productive. Firstly, you need to understand what Chat GPT is. Now, I'll go into more depth in another video, but for now let's think of Chat GPT as your very own personal assistant. This isn't just any assistant though. Imagine you had a personal assistant who could give answers to pretty much any question you could think of, could synthesize information on the spot on pretty much any topic, whose credentials included passing the bar exam, a medical licensing exam, and you had an MBA. An assistant who could write you a blog post, could write copy for your website, could write you an essay on just about anything, and could even polish your resume. An assistant who could write you a poem, a story, or tell you a joke. Not only can ChatGPT do all these things and more, but you can also use it for free. Now, before we jump in, I do need to say that while there is no doubt ChatGPT is going to change the world, it does have some limitations and ethics concerns, which I will explain at the end. So, let's jump in. Go to Google and type in ChatGPT. Click the link that says Introducing ChatGPT by OpenAI. OpenAI is the company behind ChatGPT. From there it will take you to this page and you can click on the button Try ChatGPT. Now it will take us to this page where we can put in our email address and a password you want for the site. Or you can sign in with your Google or Microsoft account. In this example, I've chosen to use my email. It will then tell you to verify your email, so you can go to your email, find the one from OpenAI, and then click Verify Email Address. You will then be taken to this page where you can put in your name and then press Continue. You will then need to put in your phone number so they can verify. Make sure the country you are from is selected as well. You select your country here. From there, you then enter the code that they send to your mobile. And just like that, you should be in. Okay, so now that we're in, you can see here on the side, they have a menu bar where it has new chat, blank bit of space where after we do a few chats, it'll start to show our history and we can go back and access previous chats. Here it has upgrade to plus. Now we click that. Currently, I'm demonstrating the free plan, which has all the features, but sometimes maybe a little bit slower when demand is high. And here you can see you can upgrade, which gives you more availability when demand is high, faster response speed, and priority access to new features. But for all intents and purposes, if you're not using it all the time, the free plan is more than adequate from my testing. You also see here they have dark mode, so you can change the color of the black background to make it less intense on the eyes. Here it has a link to updates and a fact sheet. This tells you a bit about what is happening with ChatGPT, and here you can log out. Okay, so let's try using ChatGPT. So this box down here at the bottom is where we type in what we want to ask ChatGPT. So in this example, let's say we are working on a report about Shakespeare and are stuck on how to start the introduction. Let's give ChatGPT the prompt, can you help me come up with an opening sentence for my report on Shakespeare? And see what it comes up with. Okay, so as you can see, it's given us an opening sentence that we can use. This one is, William Shakespeare is widely regarded as one of the most influential and celebrated playwrights in history, whose works have done a profound impact on literature and culture for over 4 centuries. And you can also see on the side here, it's added it to our chat history. Let's say we weren't happy with that and we wanted 5 more examples. We could say, give me 5 more examples. And we let that run. Okay, so here you can see it's given us 5 other examples of potential opening sentences that we could use for our report on Shakespeare. So this might give you inspiration of what you could use. Now if we go back up here, we can click on this little button to edit our original question, and it will remove all these questions that we've asked and we'll start the chat again. Or we can go this one and edit the give me 5 more examples if we're not happy with the response we can get. So we can either edit a previous response or we can make another response down below. Okay, let's do another example. Okay, so I'll go to new chat. Okay, so let's pretend we work for a company who is selling ice, and we're trying to tap the market of Eskimos. Can you give me some ideas for why our company selling ice is the best fit for selling to Eskimos? And let's see what it can come up with. Okay, as you can see, it's come up with some reasons as to why our company would be a good fit for selling ice to Eskimos. It gives them access to fresh water, it's good for preserving food, talks about Eskimo culture, talks about the tourism aspects of the Arctic region, gives some information on the convenience of having access to ice. So it just shows how ChatGPT can be used to come up with different ideas. Obviously, you could put your own business in here and your own market that you're trying to tap and see if it can come up with some ideas for you. Okay, now our previous prompts were pretty simple in what we were trying to get ChatGPT to do, but the power of ChatGPT comes from giving it more advanced prompts, which will get you better answers out of ChatGPT. So in this example, I'm saying, imagine you have a best friend who is struggling to understand a difficult concept. Write a short article explaining the concept in simple language and using personal anecdotes or examples to make it more relatable. Make sure to structure your article in short paragraphs with headings and bullet points to make it easier to read. The concept is the technological singularity, and let's see how it goes with that. Okay, so as you can see, it's given us quite a big answer on what is the technological singularity. Okay, here it gives a brief overview of what the technological singularity is, and here it's going to break down this complex concept into simpler terms. So here it breaks down artificial intelligence, tells us what that is, tells us what the singularity is, tells us what happens when the singularity occurs, and gives a few examples of what could happen. Tells us whether we should be afraid. Let's hope that it's not biased in that answer. Maybe the singularity has already happened. Tells us a few things that we can do and gives a bit of a conclusion. So you can see it gives a bigger answer, a more thorough answer, and that is due to the prompt that we used. We used a more advanced prompt in that one, and you can see the quality of our answer went up. Now, as I said earlier, let's talk about the limitations of ChatGPT. The first one is accuracy. So ChatGPT will make mistakes. There's been examples of where it will even get multiplication questions wrong. It might spit out an answer which sounds very true and convincing, but it could be completely made up. So that's something to keep in mind when you're using answers from ChatGPT for your own research. Double check any of the facts that you are going to use. So ChatGPT is refined by humans and is trained not to be offensive, and so will not answer certain questions. This training can also lead to bias in the system, which is something to keep in mind, as you are getting slightly curated answers which have been slightly curated by humans. Last thing is that people will use this to cheat, but be warned that there are apps to catch AI content and these will become more sophisticated. Also in the future, AI content may be watermarked in a way that you don't see it. So keep that in mind if you are thinking about cheating on an exam or something like that. Chances are you will get caught. I hope you found this helpful. I'd recommend just having a play around with it and seeing what it can do for you. Thank you for watching. My name is Miles. Have a good day.